When I got this topic, I was wondering what I should present to this forum. So I decided to present the role of the Audit Office in promoting transparency and accountability in the public sector. I have great pleasure in participating in this workshop organized by Transparency Institute Guyana Inc. under the theme Citizen Charter, that is good governance and good business. The Audit Office, for some who don't know, is the public watchdog for government accountability and could be considered the taxpayer's best friend. It should be noted that as a supreme audit institution, we are committed in the Audit Office in promotion of good governance, including openness and improved public accountability through and this is stated in our mission statement. The first part of our mission statement stated that we should produce the execution of high-quality audits. And to this end, the Audit Office has a Quality Assurance Unit, which was established in 2008. And this was through the assistance of the Canadian Comprehensive Auditing Foundation, the non-profit organization known as CCF-FCBI. And this unit is to give assurance that all audits are conducted in compliance with applicable laws and regulations, and that all audit reports issued are in compliance with international standards on auditing. Through INTOSI, which is the International Organization of Supreme Audit Institution, along working with the CARISI, which is the Caribbean Organization of Supreme Audit Institution, we were able to develop a manual for this unit, which we have since adopted. It should be noted that the unit was reviewed also by IDI CARISI, and office quality assurance work was found to be in compliance with international standard IS-QC1 and in international standards in auditing ISA 220. The second part of our mission statement talks about timely reporting of the result of the legislation and ultimately to the public. As you are aware, the report for the Auditor General and Public Accounts of Guyana and the accounts of the Ministries and Department for the year 2010 was presented to the Speaker of the National Assembly on the 30th of September 2011. And this is the statutory deadline. We are required to present our report 9 months after the close of the financial year. The 2009 report was also presented on the 22nd of October 2010, just 22 days late, but this was due to the availability of the Speaker. Parliament normally goes into recess in August to October, the 20th, I think, in August, 20th October. So this is posing a problem for us when we can present the report. It should also be noted that the Audit Office, under the new Audit Act of 2004, have been granted a new mandate, and that mandate we are commenced conducting value for money or performance auditing. These audits are covering the 3 E's, and today we have 5 E's in auditing. The first is economy, efficiency, and the second. The third is effectiveness. The fourth is environmental, and soon we'll be auditing on topics of ethics. However, in Guyana today, in the Audit Office, we are only doing the 3 E's, which is economy, efficiency, and effectiveness. What is economy under the value for money audit or performance audit? Is basically concerned with minimizing the cost of resources used for an activity having regard to the appropriate quality. In short, in the layman terms, is spending less. What is efficiency? It's concerned with the relation between outputs in terms of goods, services, and other results, and the resources used to produce them. That is spending well. And the third E, effectiveness, is concerned with the extent to which objectives have been achieved and the relationship between the intended impact and the actual impact of an activity. In other words, spending wisely. Previously, we used to look just at the two first two E's, economy and efficiency, which is basically waste and extravagance. And we have now added the third E, doing the value for money, performance auditing, which is the effectiveness. In this respect, the Audit Office has completed 2 BFM audits, and these were presented to the Speaker of the National Assembly. If you check my website, you will see them. One is on the assessment of the living condition of the residents of the Farms Geriatric Institution, and another was on the review of the old age pension program in Guyana. Some people ask why you might have chosen those 2 topics. But you need somebody to protect these people and the conditions under which they are living. So that is why I choose the living condition of the residents of the farms. Since then, there have been a lot of improvements at the farms. The other was the review of the old age pension. And that had also had a lot of highlights, including great debates in Parliament on the use of this report. And I think now, just yesterday, I understand the pension limit now has raised to $10,000 Guyana. We are currently finalizing 2 other value for money audits. The first 2 that we choose was kind of pilot also, because we had to get our terminology right. The Canadian Institute and the OAG of Canada, who was helping us in these issues, we came down, did some training, and we had to get our terminology and methodology right. We have now commenced one on the review of the operation of the National Board, which is known as the National Procurement Board. And another is on the assessment and management of and control of drugs and medical supply at the Ministry of Health. I'm hoping that these 2 reports will be finished shortly and to be presented to the Speaker of the National Assembly. In addition, we are continuing training in this area, and my personal view is that we need more of this BFM performance audit out there. In Canada, at one time they were just doing 10% or 5% of BFM audit. Now they are special units that are doing the BFM audit, and the donor agencies and other institutions are calling more for you to do more value for money performance auditing. The third part of our mission statement, we speak about ensuring that the independence, integrity, and objectivity of the Audit Office are recognized. As part of the new Audit Act of 2004, the Audit Office is now a subvention agency under the vote of the Parliament Office, and the Public Accounts Committee has an oversight role of the Audit Office. I must say that in Carasai, which is the Caribbean Audit Offices, Guyana is the only office that the Public Accounts Committee has this oversight role. In England, in NAO is the Public Accounts, not committee, but I think it's the Public Accounts, some other committee, but not the PAC that is oversighting the NAO Audit Office. So we are unique in this sense in Guyana. We also have an independent human resource department. The Audit Act, under the Audit Act, we came out of the Public Service Ministry and the Public Service Commission. And we now could appoint all of our officers, including where senior officers are appointed and disciplined. The Public Accounts Committee have an oversight role. They have to approve those appointments. At present, the office is staffed with approximately 189 staff, of which 15 were recruited in 2010, about 39 in 2011, and I expect that this year I will recruit another 20, trying to go to the authorized strength of the Audit Office by the year 2013, meeting our target of 227. The Audit Office, some people have asked who audited the Audit Office. Previously, we used to audit the Audit Office ourselves, but under the new Audit Act, it is now audited by an independent auditor appointed by the Public Accounts Committee. and the last audit has been up to the year 2010. The fourth mission part of the mission statement talks about the provision of cost-effective service by the implementation of the most up-to-date audit practices. In other words, we should be doing our work with the most up-to-date audit practices. To this extent, and in keeping with our 3-year strategic plan, the Audit Office has commenced a risk-based approach of auditing. This was considered to be a better and more focused use of our audit resources. In this regard, a consultant was recruited in the second quarter in 2010 to assist and guide the office along the way, and he was from the NAO, National Audit Office of England. He was able to train approximately 123 officers at that time under the risk-based auditing. In addition, the Audit Office has a twinning arrangement with the Office of the Auditor General of Newfoundland and the Labrador. And the Canadian High Commissioner just told me he's also from that area. And with our twinning arrangement, there was also, through the CCF, a report writing techniques for the office that was conducted by this twinning partnership. This has resulted in improving the way we conduct our audit work during the execution and reporting of our audits. During 2011, the office has also amended its audit procedure manual to reflect the new approach we had adopted using the risk-based auditing. In 2004, the Ministry of Finance became what we call IFMAS. They have computerized all their accounting system. So in the audit office also, we had to get our people computer literate. So everybody's trained in computer. And so under the fraud and corruption, what does the audit office does? Under the regulation to the Audit Act, the Audit Office, Section 8 states that the Auditor General shall establish within the Audit Office a forensic audit unit. And Section 8.2 further states that where any matter is reported in forensic audit unit, the unit shall investigate the matter fully and submit a report or recommendation, and where a criminal offense has been committed, we shall report the matter to the Director of Public Prosecution and send a copy to the Commissioner of Police for appropriate action. Presently, we are investigating all these frauds, but we send a report to the Commissioner of Police and then it goes to the DPP. Under this new act, we are trying to move away from that, and we want to send a report directly to the DPP and CC it to the police. The reason that we find this is because sometimes the police take long in trying to bring these matters to court. And when they do bring the matter to court, some are dismissed for very trivial reasons. There is a case with the Customs and Excise Department, a $300 million, I think it's known as the Polar Bear case. It was thrown out because the policeman who was investigating these issues had an accident. Somebody else should have been taking over that case, or at least know what is happening. There is another case with the same Customs Department, and the matter was also thrown out because the police did not go and take the appropriate evidence. There was a telephone record and they need to go and issue the warrant and go and uplift these evidence. In the new Audit Act, the Auditor General Office now have these powers. I could swear in front of a magistrate and go and obtain this evidence myself. So to this extent, what I've done, I have lately taken on a retired police officer who worked in the fraud section to guide us how we are going to prepare these files. So that when it goes to the DPP and when it goes to court, we ensure that these cases are not thrown out. Because you work so hard on this case and we want prosecution.